All right, here we are at the end of section 6.3. We're going to look at slide 38, which talks about essentially coming up for a sample size number when you're given some information about the confidence interval. Kind of another example in this class of working backwards. So it says many companies are interested in knowing the percentage of adults who buy clothing online. How many adults, right, that represents N, must be surveyed in order to be 95% confident. That percentage is going to help us get our magic Z value. That the sample percentage is in error by no more than 3 percentage points. So remember, 3% as a number is 0.03. 0.3 would be 30%. So letter A. It says, use a recent result from the Census Bureau that 66% of adults buy clothing online. That is a proportion. That is a percentage. That is a p hat, which means it's 0.66, which means we instantly have q hat, which is 1 minus 0.66. So q hat would be 0.34. If I look at the formula that I'm going to use up here, I think I have everything. And so it says that n is going to be equal to our z value. Again, that's 1.96 squared times p hat times q hat divided by our error, which is 0.03 squared. So that's my setup. And I hope that you try this with your calculator at home. But 1.96 squared is 3.8416. And then again, I have 0.66, 0.34 divided by 0.03 squared. I believe if you simplify the numerator, it becomes about 0.862. And then if I divide it by 0.03 squared, I get 957.838. And if you look back at the notes or just want to kind of know where to proceed now, when you're talking about n, it represents a number of adults. And in this particular scenario, we don't want a fraction of an adult. And so we always round up. And so the final answer for this would be 958 adults. If we do part B, I got a little space over here. It's essentially the same setup. You'd have 1.96 squared. But instead of having p hat and q hat, if you didn't have some data to use, you use 0.25. And then you would set it up by, again, dividing by the error squared. I'll let you calculate the answer to that, but that would be the setup for part B. Cool. Thanks for tuning in.